Brother Ben. It's been a pleasure, all of us, on this Bernie Trail, the Bernie Journey all year.
Yeah.
And we continue that on with our revolution. Everybody here has signed up. It's not a stopping point for us. So I grew up a couple miles from here in North Philadelphia. Why do I bring that up? Because it was a time when we had a fascist police commissioner. He went on to be mayor. His statue stands in Crosswood City Hall and makes me vomit Frank Rizzo every time I see it. I realize we have good police with us now. I can't help but unite this forum around the connection of class and race without one story about him. And again, I apologize to those serving now. This is not meant to inflame, but we'd never forget. I was 18, demonstration at the Board of Education. He got out of his squad car. He said to the police, nearly all white, getting out of the bus, get their black asses. They swung their clubs and killed the girl next to me. That's what this city was like. Not Philadelphia, Mississippi, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He went on to do 2 terms as mayor, and then finally we stopped him when he tried to change the charter. And I had 2 little girls at that time. Wow. And I remember what that was like in my neighborhood, getting people organized against that charter change to finally stop that guy. And now I have to see that statue. So we're here to heal. That didn't sound like it. But we also don't forget. And these stories are rooted with the stories Nina's telling today, and what unfortunately we still read every day. But Ben asked me to talk about the connections of TPP to this fight, and how race, class come together. So first, in our narrative, we have to talk constantly about both because we live in this country. And we have to act constantly about both. My great-grandmother who owned that house said, "I'll watch your feet, not your mouth," because we all knew how to talk. And a lot of talking in this stadium this week. So when it comes to issues like TPP, this is a one-time, by the way. Ben has the shirt, I have a button no one can see. But when it comes to this issue, not so much this week, because we all know we were sort of muzzled.
Yeah.
It's about action after this week.
Yeah.
And it was truly an honor to work with so many of you all year. Tell one story. Chicago, in the winter, it had just been announced that Nabisco was going to move the Oreo cookie line from the south side of Chicago to Mexico.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. And I was there in Local 300 across from the plant. And the workers were virtually all black at this time. And we went outside the plant to hold essentially a rally and a press event. The president of Local said to me, "I worked here 47 years. It's hard to imagine. 47 years. I met my wife here. She just retired. We're the lucky ones. What about the young ones who work here? When do we stop this?" And so people talk about, including our president, NAFTA, CAFTA, Korea, Colombia, Panama, and now TPP. And disproportionately, whether it's Flint or Detroit, the workers at American Axle, and what happened to their work, or Indianapolis in this campaign, Chuck Jones from the Steelworkers, 1,900 workers at Carrier, United Technologies, their plant slated to close, the work going to Monterey. They are black and white in that case together, fighting that. United Technologies, that gets almost $10 billion a year in federal contracts from our federal government, and yet can close the plant in Indianapolis because it's $3 an hour in Monterey. Flint's not just a story about water. The racism is about class as well. to be one of the richest cities in America. As late as 1961, Detroit was the richest city in America. And these trade deals have killed urban America. The neighborhood where I live in, there were factories everywhere. Hunting Park Avenue, if anybody's here from Philadelphia, they're all shut down. The multinational company that owns it is not shut down. But the neighborhood has lost all those jobs. So this fight against the TPP that goes forward, those of you who still have a breakfast in a state with one of the 41 Democrats who voted wrong last year, and I'm so proud of so many of you who raised that this week.
Yes.
We can't just be in peace with those Democrats. About standing up for working class people and then turn around and vote for the TPP when this president... All of us here, sign up to host a party at your house for our revolution. It'll be in a couple of weeks. And let every Democrat, Independent, and Republican know that we will stand up and fight back, and that we will be on the attack, and we understand how race and class are connected, and we will talk about them and walk about them every day we can. Thank you.